Alright, what's up gamers? I'm gonna hit you with the cold water real quick. Do I think you should buy All-Star Battle R? No, I don't. If you want a good single-player JoJo game, I'd recommend emulating the PS2 Vento Oreo game. It's a very fun game, very nice. It's got a translation patch if you don't speak Japanese. If you want a good fighting game, I'd recommend Heritage for the Future. And hell, if you want a good RPG, there's that JoJo fan game, The Seventh Stand User. I mean, that's a fun dime. If you want a good fighting game, All-Star Battle R is not the place to find it. Now, I don't think the issues with All-Star Battle R lie in All-Star Battle. Issues with it lie within the remaster itself, and I hate calling it a remaster because it's really not much of one. It's really a very poor version of the game. Our main issue with All-Star Battle R, the primary one, is that it just crashes very often. It's embarrassing. It's a disgustingly terrible. I had this game crash over 10 times in a single day while I don't use mods. I have a good PC. It's not me. It happens to other people. This game is just a piece of trash. It's awful. But whenever you connect to an online match, you can judge this. I've measured it with my like match rate. You can see these disconnections. Everyone, it happens to everyone. Every time you play an online match, there's about a 1/10 chance, 10%, that the game will just fail to start the match and it just crashes. And every time that happens, you get another disconnection count too, as if you rage quit the match. Just add a little salt to that injury. 10% of the time you start an online match, the game just crashes. It's embarrassing. This game, there's no way. I just have no words. It happens all the time to me in single player too. You know, the game has an arcade mode, has an endless fight mode where you do a bunch of battles. You know, I have fun doing that sometimes when it doesn't crash, which is a lot. And no, I don't get to keep my high score when that happens. I mean, well, why would anything good come from this game? One other issue with the online is definitely the ranked battles. You see, one huge issue I had with Eyes of Heaven, it was if you quit a ranked match, it didn't count it as a loss, it didn't count it for a win for the victor. So, all the time, people in ranked matches would just quit when they were about to lose. It would happen all the time, there's no punishment for it. And, of course, they did not fix this issue in All-Star Battle R. Who knows why? They just don't give a heck, bro. One other thing that really pisses me off is this game's translation is butchered. And I know that this game had an updated translation. I know, I've confirmed it with my own eyes, that they updated the translation from the original game, and it is still trash. I don't know who's working at Bandai Namco, whoever localizes their games, but Eyes of Heaven had a horrible translation. Look at this, man. Are you seeing this stuff, man? I'm telling you, there's so many examples of just absurd mistranslations, just really weird decisions. I'm not even talking about the stand names. I'm talking about just genuinely mistranslating just basic sentences. Even Google Translate, as much as people crap on that, does a better job than whatever the heck they are doing in the Bandai offices. And I really do feel a desire to just make an entire video dedicated to just all the random weird mistranslations this game has, because it's chock full of them. This is a side note, but just translation is just the only job that I can think of in the world where you get paid to intentionally mess up as much as you can at every possible opportunity, and it just really pisses me off. One other thing I do like is how they made little adjustments for the gameplay to make it more smooth, such as, for some reason, removing the ability for you to bind a macro for grab or 2 attack buttons for some reason. Man, I do love the conveniences of modern remasters. They really made the game more accessible. But that's not all, bro. We got some brand spanking new characters who, oh boy, Diego, bro, he's one of my favorite JoJo characters, bro. Look at his moves, look at that frame data, oh, it's all so good. Oh man, scary monsters, uh-oh. Man, looks like the enemy will have a hard time punishing that one. I actually went ahead and bought the special deluxe edition of this game. It came with the season pass, came with some unique cosmetics. I mean, bro, these outfits sure look sick, right? As I'm sure you can tell by this little scrunkly gif, this little GIF, this little GIF, however you want to say it, bro. And I mean, I'm really showing you the picture right now because I don't have these outfits actually. Now you may be wondering, why don't I have these outfits? You see, last month they actually released an update to the game, and you know, one of the key features that this update added is that it actually removed these outfits from the game. That's right, you actually cannot access these outfits for no reason. They've released no update, no word as to why they've removed the content that I paid for from the game. This happened a month ago, still no word, bro, still no word as to why I can't use the cosmetics I paid for. Overall, I honestly have nothing good to say about this game as a remaster. Not a remaster, it's just a crappy port. It just crashes all the time. I don't know why, like, that point alone just doesn't prove that this game is a piece of garbage. It crashes, like, multiple times, just within, like, a 10-minute period. You can have it crash, like, multiple times. Like, what the hell? Like, is that not enough? Like, this game just crashes all the time. Like, come on. This game's garbage. They just removed our paid DLC content. I mean, I don't think I can just convince you that this game's any worse than I already have. I really don't think there's anything else I needed to say other than that. If you want to try out a good anime fighting game, like an actually good one, maybe try out Budokai 3 for the PS2. That's a great game. Try out, you know, any of the other JoJo games I mentioned. Vento Oreo, great game. I mean, even Eyes of Heaven, as buggy as Eyes of Heaven is, it is still a much better game than this. Just hands down.